friends. One of the things that our school is requiring is that we do some sort of attendance each day. And so I want to share with you how I'm planning on taking attendance. And so as you can see here, I'm actually in my school classroom on Google. And under this morning meeting topic, so we've talked about a little bit about topics. So underneath in this morning meeting topic, I actually have questions that I'm using as my daily attendance. And so I have these I have 1 week's worth of attendance done. They're currently drafted because I don't want my students answering them prior to that date. And I've just used like multiple choice questions. There's no right or wrong answers, although certainly you could have that as an option. So this is the True Life I'm a Teacher Google Classroom. If you want to join this, here's the code that you can use to join, and you'll actually you're going to join as a student, and that way you can kind of see what it looks like on the student side of things. So when I click on this Classwork tab, I've already created 2 topics, which I did just as an example to show you guys in one of my previous videos how to create topics and how you can organize this Classwork tab. One of them I made attendance, and so what I did for my students is I created just a question here. And so for the question that I'm going to create here, what grade do you teach? Okay. Now, a couple of things that we want to do that you can do is you have the option when you are posting a question to have it be a short answer in which students would actually type their own answer, or you can have it be multiple choice. I did both for my own students. And so I could type in all of the options here, like I guess I should start with pre-K and then kindergarten, first, second, and so on. Or, and so a couple of things there. Number one, you have the option to move these around once you type them. You can also delete them if you decide, oh, I only want these 2 options. You don't have, when you've selected multiple choice, there's not an option to delete this one because you have to have at least one option. And then this actually, even though for us, it says add option, for your students, this will not show up. And then if you wanted a short answer, which I might just leave this a short answer so that if you wanted to answer this question, you could. You have the option to choose all of your students, which for attendance, I do want all of my students there. For this one, for the attendance purposes, my students are not responding to one another. I did make a due date because I need to be able to keep track of it daily. But you could decide to do that or not do that. You do have the option to make this ungraded. I made mine worth 5 points, which is not actually that I'm assigning 5 points, but it's that I need it to show up in my grade book. You also can, as we've talked about before, you can put this from here into the attendance topic, or if you have no topic selected, which I'm going to change this. I don't want to, for our purposes, I don't want a due date, but I can actually go ahead and ask this question now, and it's going to show up right here. Remember, if you don't assign whatever you create a topic, it populates here at the top, but you can always move it to the topic that you want. There are a lot of other ways that you can make attendance work. If you wanted to you could post material, you could make attendance an actual assignment, in which case you could add something that you've already created. Or a lot of the teachers at my school are using a form. And so you could create a Google form, which will allow you to ask questions. You can also, with a form, you could embed images, videos. Some of the teachers at my school have gone ahead and embedded a video of the Pledge of Allegiance. I am not going that route for the first week, but certainly you could go that route, just depending on your class and depending on what you want to do. Again, if I just am in an assignment or a question or whatever, and I decide I don't want it, just click the X and it goes away. I hope you find that and how you can take attendance virtually helpful.